Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to Revelation. Today's revelation kind of revolves around Matthew 7:24 through 27. Basically, it's about the storm that is coming. Anyway, Matthew 7:24 through 27. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house. And it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Okay, so that's pretty deep, guys. Now, I'm driving along, minding my own business. All of a sudden, I see this storm building off in the distance. And for some reason I was compelled to film it. Now, I'm not big on filming and driving, so I went ahead and set my camera up on the dash and basically just let it record. If I came to a stoplight or whatever, I may adjust it or whatever. So the footage you're actually seeing was not me watching the screen, it was just the camera sitting there and playing. The point that I'm making is I had a revelation that I need to pass along to y'all, that there is a storm coming. Now, I know everybody can kind of feel it, just weird stuff going on, and I've had this feeling for several years, but it's more intense now. And for me to actually film this storm as I was driving, and then to come back and download it onto my computer, and then be directed to Matthew 7, it was just kind of amazing how all the little puzzle pieces seem to kind of fit in there. Kind of eerie in a lot of ways, but these revelations come to me all the time. Some things are small, some things are big. I'll give you an example. A while back, my pup had puppies, and puppies are in good homes. And I kept having this feeling that I needed to keep the puppy safe. And I thought, well, what in the world's going on? So I buy a dog house for one of the puppies that kept coming to mind. Well, long story short, that puppy ended up having a hook go through under its eyelid and out the top of its eyelid. Fortunately, the eye was just scratched and a couple of stitches and some medicine, and she's well. Of course, my interpretation of keeping the puppy safe was way off, because I bought a doghouse thinking, oh, I need to give her a doghouse. She has a beautiful dog kennel and run with the huge tarp over it, shade trees all around and everything. Yet, I buy a dumb doghouse. Well, it wasn't a dumb doghouse. Actually, it was a pretty cool doghouse. But the point is, I have these revelations, and the reason I'm sharing these revelations with you all, number one, my aunt told me I needed to start sharing them because too many of them happen and come true. The other thing is, I feel that this one's pretty doggone important. It's kind of like hurricane season. You know, hurricane season starts every June and it runs through November. You don't wait until the first hurricane gets here before you start planning for the storm. You actually plan for the storm, right? Well, I do anyway. Okay, so the point is, there is a storm coming. The storm's going to be huge. Basically, I think it's just kind of another one of the parable stories. The storm is not necessarily like here, the rain and the thunder and the lightning and the, wet roads and some flooded roads and whatnot. But it's the actual worldwide storm that is fixing to happen. The Bible talks about, or Jesus talked about in the New Testament, even his elect were going to be fooled. He tells us, be not fooled, and he says, even my elect will be fooled. I think what this storm is me to put it out there to let you all know that the storm is coming and things are happening right now, and a lot of people are really being fooled by people that they think are good. With that in mind, you know, be careful who you're putting your trust into or onto, into, whatever. The reason that I say that is the environment that we live in. I'm trying to walk on eggshells here, kind of, sort of. But the environment that we live in right now, your neighbor, your sister, your brother, your parent, they will sell you down the tubes. They will be a Judas to protect themselves, to keep themselves, to get what they want for themselves. And you need to know, is that person like-minded like you to where you can truly trust them? Or is that person the Judas in your life, in the storm that is fixing to come? Alrighty then, I know this is pretty deep, kind of crazy. I want to thank y'all for stopping by Revelation. Have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. I'll see you next time.